There's an incredible trial called Diet Fits, and it shows how the best way to stay off ultra-processed junk food is by eating a low-carb, protein-heavy diet. Now, in the 1980s and earlier, you could try the Mediterranean diet, vegetarian diet, low-salt diet. All those things were high carb, low protein, but this is a different era because our food supply is terrible. So check this video out, and they show how a low-carb diet is the best diet.
Now, there was an important caveat, specifically in the fat restriction group. So here's Dr. Aronica explaining what happened.
One surprising fact was those following an ultra-low-fat diet for 3 months ended up actually increasing their consumption of refined grains by over 50% by the study end. And in contrast, those following a high-fat ketogenic-like diet, although they at 3 months, although they slowly reintroduced refined carbohydrates throughout the study, at the end of the study, they had reduced their intake of refined grains by over 50% compared to baseline.
So just to show you the numbers on that refined grain intake, around 100 grams a day of intake at baseline, no significant difference between the two groups. By 3 months, lower in both, especially on low carb, dramatic reduction on low carb, almost no refined grain intake. And by 1 year, both had gone up, both had rebounded a bit, but much less on low carb. The low carb group is still getting about half of the refined grains they were eating before the trial, whereas the people cutting fat were actually eating more refined grains than before the trial, and 4 times more than people on low carb. Added sugars, similar picture overall, about 50 grams a day intake before the trial, no significant difference between 3 months, both reduced, especially low carb, and by 1 year, both rebounded and less so on low carb.
So for many years, the debate has been plants versus meat, which should we eat more or less of? And the concept of ultra-processed food has not even been in the equation, not until recently. But when the average American is eating 52% of the calories of ultra-processed food, we have to reduce that to 0, and protein and a low-carb diet, that's how you do it.